the, I don't know, cooking videos and stuff like that.
I don't want to see that one.
Well, you might need to watch a few cooking videos, mightn't you?
Seriously.
If you know, we talk, you know, it's just look at the state of that. Just show the camera that.
It's not even that bad anymore.
Tell me where it come from.
Can't cook. Anniversary, May 1st, 3rd, wedding anniversary. Shout out to Kathleen, Patricia, Monica Staunton.
It's a lot of names.
I haven't, I think I missed out one. I haven't eaten meat for ages. I've been veggie and then I've started eating it this year. She loves it, so I was going to be the right cook, something nice. It was a seared chicken. So you sear it, then you put the pan in. So once it's 38 minutes, pull the pan out with a glove, like a legend, but then got into me cooking. And in the throes of a passionate plating up, I grabbed the handle and then it stuffed my hand.
Oh dear.
I couldn't get it, I had to like rip it off and then it just blew up. Screamed like a marine and that was that. Now my hand's goosed.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah, cheers.
Can you pick up with that?
The whiz is back.
Dave, our statistical save by Lasseter, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I may have some demands.
Whoa.
Well, the people that are going to use my picks, use them as I say them. Why? Don't just throw them into your own parlay. Don't throw. I saw
Sully.
I heard there was some texts.
There was some abuse. Oh, I had the Wiz
Joe Linton card in this parlay.
Whoa. You're gonna
Use them.
I did do them. Did you do them?
What?
Wiz's when he was last on?
No.
Me and you were texting.
I was coming off a losing streak. I think that was
And then he went 3 for 3 on the same weekend.
It wasn't out of confidence. It was out of a lack of organisation, which is
like pretty much like today as well. Like, you come down sweating bullets, so come
not
on through.
sweat. This is rain. My car was trapped in. It's not dedicated to this podcast. It's absolutely lashing here. And a car was wedged in due to traffic. City bike. I'm here. Come hell or high water, was it? Hell or high water?
Just heroes wear capes. You got enough time to put that fucking scarf up on the wall as well. You know fine well what you've done. I wore my t-shirt and everything here. Just to sort of put it out there.
Have you worn that? Alice solidarity too.
I don't know. I've seen his videos today. I wasn't having the Adidas one with the sad music.
It was sad.
The Liverpool one where he's got his Liverpool kit on, it seemed more genuine.
He's not a charismatic cat. Like, he's not like, I don't know, he's not good in front of camera, is he?
No,
so
really.
He said it and it was just, even when he took a break, he said it's really emotional. It just seemed very, I don't know.
But I was saying to Wiz before you came in, sweating, and it's different from the Gerrard one, this, when everyone's calling him a rat and everything, which, you know what, everyone's entitled to their opinion, aren't they? The good people are going to be disappointed. But I felt like the Gerrard one and convincing him to stay there was a lot more riding on it because he hadn't won it. He just won the Champions League, and you felt like Liverpool were on the turn after a long time of nearly being there and nearly doing it, and then Trent's won everything.
So also, you can't compare Steven Gerrard to Trent.
Wasn't he going to go to Chelsea? That's a domestic rival.
There's a lot true. I think the Gerrard one was a little bit different because people just felt slighted because they were building, and they very nearly did it as well in 09.
Yeah.
But, you know, then
he also, remember too, he was the captain. He was their everything.
Yeah, I think he was like
it's the right back.
Even like
versus
influence. Yeah, exactly. Influence on the pitch.
Yeah,
right back. But no, listen, came out. All that aside, I think he said that he wants a new challenge. He wants something. He's won everything. He's done. He's leaving on a high. Like, if he left when he was 33, you just wouldn't be happy with him unless you didn't want him. No, not just you, but no club would be happy with a local lad leaving. So I get it, but I also think he's done it in the best way he could. The only thing which we've harped on about on here before is it's such a buttoned up organisation letting 90 million player walk out the door.
And then does that fall? And then the fans, does that fall on him or does that fall on the club?
Club, 100%. Yeah, and he's a homegrown player, so it's worth so much more now.
And the financial stuff. Yeah. Harry Kane finally wins a trophy from the privacy of his own home. I like to see it. He's so good. Klinsmann came out today, said his numbers are frightening. His numbers are ridiculous.
He still puts up insane goals.
That's not up for debate. I think.
But he deserves it. I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad he did it with Tottenham. But
the comedy writers couldn't have written it perfectly though.
When he came down
from the stands to be on the pitch, and then they get scored against.
Like, with the last kick of the game, he literally blew the whistle. He kicked off with the whistle. It was great. That was great. That was little sin.
So then he in his head he's probably like, oh great, now I'll actually be able to be on the field for this. Nope, Leverkusen goes and loses, right?
Yeah,
or they don't
He's supposed to
get
go
any
full
points.
John Terry, put a kit on and
Oh,
I'm looking forward. Well, at least they'll be in Munich next time, and then they'll be throwing all the ale around. That's great. That.
now does he
seen
stay for another year there, or do you think he comes back?
No, I think he stays. He stays, does the
how
World
long's his
Cup, and then
contract?
see what happens. He's probably got a decent contract.
How old's he?
If I'm him, just stay. Go and win low. Why? Why not? Where's he going to go?
Let's
At that
say,
age?
do you think he went there to get that monkey off his back? He
Yes.
went, really?
He took Dyer with him. Eric Dyer's going to win the Bundesliga as well. He's left Tottenham.
We had Mark. It was class. Did you see that last week, Mark? It was brilliant last
Yeah,
week.
he
I
did a
thought it
good
was
job.
brilliant. I'm not slighting the Scottish League here. I'm just kind of saying this. It's a bit of a two-horse race, the German League, and so is the Scottish one. If Harry Kane had gone to Celtic, would you be saying, and got a trophy?
A little bit different. Well, you look at Dortmund this year, a fifth.
I suppose.
You got Leverkusen.
How many times
got
Munich,
Leipzig.
Bayern Munich won it the last 10 years?
Well, they didn't win it last year.
Yeah, I did chuckle at
I think it was 9 out of 9 out of the last 10.
Nothing against Harry Kane. Sounds it means a lot to him, but I think he's a phenomenal player. I think he's class. I think he won it in a not the most competitive domestic league. But yeah, I hope he comes back. He's good for the league.
Yeah.
He wants to beat Shearer's record,
No
right?
chance now.
He's about Chelsea. Because we've got to be nice to people. Soz.
Yeah,
For the last 2 weeks, we've slagged Chelsea to no end. And they beat us convincingly the weekend. Oh, can they do it? Can they push on?
What are you guys' thoughts about that guard of honor?
But they were never gonna cheer us out, were they? You're always gonna boo. I loved it. I loved it as well.
I know,
loved
but
it.
I just don't like. Why would they even ever do that though? I understand the respect,
Respect,
but
it's showing face. I don't know, but
it just seems
So
like
Celtic didn't get one from Rangers, right? But I think that was never going to happen.
would Everton give Liverpool one?
I don't know, because it's that weird rivalry with us, isn't it? Where it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's not as aggressive.
Man United.
Question.
Man United.
Man United. Liverpool
Oh my
wouldn't give
God.
Man United one, no chance.
I don't know. I don't know.
You wouldn't.
Probably not.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to. All right. What else have I got? Oh, Wrexham and Birmingham both up. Wrexham have gone back to back to back.
Mad.
What do you reckon? They go again? They've got money. They've got the backing.
I
Johnny
reckon-
Evans got linked with Wrexham now as well. See that?
Jamie Vardy's going straight to Wrexham.
Johnny Evans could go with it. And then
see-
they'll be playing against each other as well in the
Did
same
you
league.
see his exit video? He's left Leicester. He's announced officially he's done.
I heard it was weird.
I thought it was great.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
really?
I thought it was really cool. I thought it was like he sits down and kind of talks from the heart. I think it's the opposite. I think Trent tried to copy it and just missed. He tried to. He's like, "Oh, it's really emotional." But Vardy just come across really well. I thought.
Yeah.
Did you see him with the whistle?
Yeah, that was class.
Well, he
Did you see
probably
that?
filmed it. He probably filmed his in like 10 minutes. Trent probably took 3 weeks to film his. Like,
Yeah, they've been doing it since all the things started. Yeah, did you see that one? The ref
What?
goes down injured.
Oh yeah.
And then Vardy, like the ref's on the floor, he doesn't even say you're right. He just picks his arm up and blows his whistle to stop the game, and then just walks off.
see that?
Doesn't even say anything to him.
that ref was. He was. Yeah.
What happened? I didn't see it. I only saw the bit. I was out. It was.
I don't know who it was.
From Vardy.
It was, no, it wasn't bad.
He literally just goes over
He said.
while he's laying on the ground.
He's like, they're running down the left wing, and I was like, oh, I've got to do something here. And he leans over and grabs it and just blows it.
That's class.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Do you yeah, he is. Does he go to
Yeah,
Wrexham?
100%. I think they
Do,
tried to get
do
him
they
this
go
year.
up?
You have to say
The
that.
champ is
a-
horrible. It's a horrible
We
division.
were just talking about Luton Town.
Yeah, the
they
other
went
way.
down.
Have gone down.
Yeah.
So out of the 3 that are going down, do you expect any of those 3 to struggle as much as Luton Town did, or do you think they're all set up pretty?
I think those 3 teams are pretty set up. Leicester would be the one for me that might struggle the most because Southampton will be all right. Ipswich have got a style of play.
Ipswich
They're not-
will be fine.
Ipswich
They'll be
won't change.
straight
It'll be like
out.
Norwich did. The Norwich went back down, they were good again. It'll be the same
Yeah.
thing. I think they've got a style of play. Said that for a while, but
Ipswich will come straight back up. Southampton look beige.
they'll be okay. They'll go back down for a couple of years and
Leicester's
then bounce.
interesting because they've got some big name players there that might just do one.
Probably going to what?
They've got a manager that's going to stick about. But yeah, Luton going down. I was really shocked to see that. They've still got a few players I recognise, not loads, but
They didn't really have many I recognised in the first.
yeah, it's true. True, but no, right. Wrexham, they'll pick up some bits and bobs. I'm going to say no. They're not going back up.
Who's the most random person who could sign for Wrexham? That's a good question. To be fair, isn't it?
Random.
Like, think about all right, like James McLean signed.
They've got Jay
Darren
Rodriguez.
Fletcher, Jay Rodriguez. Jay Rodriguez is from He's Scousers, isn't he, Jay Rodriguez? So he's up there anyway. Paul Mullen's got to go now, hasn't he? I think.
Why?
He's not at a game. He's been injured. He didn't do much this season. But he's one of those though. He's at his level, I think.
Johnny Evans, Jamie Vardy, he'd be perfect for that environment.
Yeah,
he'd be on the documentary. He'd be
all of his box office in it.
There's an opportunity for that. Like especially for a guy at the end of his career, grow your brand.
Yeah.
Why not? That's the best way to do it.
But can you get out of the champ with aging Premier League players?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't stay in the Premier League. You can get off the Championship, yeah.
I think I saw something the other day, like Wrexham is like the number 2 most sold kit in the United States.
Yeah,
Like,
that's really he's got every single one of them.
Yeah, shit.
He absolutely loves it.
But I watch it. I think it's interesting. He's a genius.
They did a great job of getting like the town, the fans, the supporters, everyone involved. It's not just about the team.
Yeah.
Like they literally show like the guy who owns like the local pub and the
He
town.
had a fella behind the goal.
He's famous now.
Yeah.
People go in, take pictures with him.
Yeah.
2 million they bought that for.
It's worth, 30 now, do you reckon? More.
More.
But that's got the stadium, that's the only problem. But they're going to redo the pitch again.
What do you mean, the lease in the stadium, Andy?
No, I don't think so, no. But the stand behind the goal, they didn't get planning permission in time for it. So they've got to start again. So they're going to start the season without that thing behind the goal again. So it's too small of a stadium to really make an impact money-wise yet.
Yeah. But Birmingham, I don't know, because the Tom Brady thing, innit? Tom Brady's got
and they've got some good players as well. Like they got the lad Stansfield, top scorer in the league as well, I think. And then they got what the hell's his name? The midfielder from Celtic. Basically left Celtic to go there. There's a lot of players who are on decent money as well, and they are. I think them and Birmingham are set up to be in the champ. I just don't know how well they'll do, especially when you think. You got to think Sheffield United. If they don't go up, they'll probably be good again. There's so many good teams.
Yeah.
You only have to look at the last game of the season. In that league, like Cov are good as well. Coventry are good.
Shout out Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
What a hire.
I know, I hate to say it, don't you?
Didn't he win 8 in a row or something like that?
Yeah, he's been flying, yeah.
And they've won some like insane 90th minute goals. It's been insane some of the goals they've had, some of the wins.
Him, Michael Carrick doing well at Middlesbrough, Chelsea Parker doing well at Burnley, young English managers having it.
But then, how high do they go? Is that their level? Is the Premier League club going to take a chance on them unless they actually get promoted to the Prem?
But when I was younger, you didn't just come out with a big name and go, all right, cool, you're Steven Gerrard, you're going to Aston Villa, you're Frank Lampard, you're going to Chelsea with 2-3 years. And so they've had these high profile opportunities based on their playing career, their name. And then they've come back down to earth. They've had a few goes at it, and I think they're doing the right things now, building up. Wayne Rooney doesn't get it. No. Wayne Rooney gets another job. I so weird.
He's good on the telly though for me. He's good on the podcast, and he's good on the.
He gets people fired up.
He doesn't give a shit. No. He doesn't seem having a piss outside.
Oh yeah, in the street with the trucks on. Yeah, not bothered. He's not after.
He absolutely did see on the podcast when he went. I was at what game was he at? He was at a game anyway. He was on that. What's it called, that podcast?
The one he was on the fan forum on, wasn't he?
Did you see the one where he was trying to put on the map? He had no idea where they asked him to put where Liverpool was and where he didn't know. He put Liverpool east of Manchester.
I just think he's good because he was such a good player.
Yeah.
It comes across well because he's so genuine and everyone's just like, this is brilliant.
He's a locker room guy. Like he's a guy he probably is still like a big kid.
Yeah.
Like he just needs to be.
His documentary was good. Yeah. His documentary was all right.
There was a moment in that. Do you know he was a naughty boy? He had a wander around the block. They talk about him and they bring it up. The guy's interviews like, yeah. And to his missus, how do you feel about that? She went, wasn't very good, was he? She was great. She's a great character.
Yeah.
But no, the overlap. That was it. It was on the overlap. And then if you want to get back to your little board, and
time's time.
He goes, I was at the game and they're all giving me stick and someone goes, what were they singing? And he goes, the usual stuff. But no, good crack. Stay out of management, stay on the telly, Wayne.
Yeah, very true. That went west quick. We've got from championship managers to Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
To I'm a celebrity getting out. Yeah. That's it. All right, we'll do the scores this week. It's worth mentioning, you said this before, and Wiz will back us up. It's worth mentioning that some of these games at this time of season are absolute bobbins, aren't they? City Wolves Friday, City 1, Wolves 0. Wolves streak's gone. I've been banging on about it for ages. Yeah. 7 in a row gone.
He's been caught in the boozer. He's been bouncing around.
Oh yeah, he's believed his own hype, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been bouncing around Wolves, and he said it's good. You can bounce around, and everyone's saying hello. And I'm like, yeah, it's good now. Wait till you lose a few
Wait till you
games.
start losing a few games. City are third now.
They're going to win. City's worst season in 10 years.
No.
They're going to win a trophy and get in the Champions League.
They've got,
Imagine they beat
they've got
Arsenal.
some players that Nico O'Reilly, their left back, that kid is a stud.
Is he a right back?
At left back. He is
big kid.
He is good. He gets in the box.
Yeah.
And then I think they shifted Vardiol over to left center back.
Yeah.
And he has been awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That's his true position. You can tell. You're not going to get as much offense from him now. Like his production is probably going to dip there, but they seem to be a lot more solid defensively with him and Diaz back there.
100%.
Just those two. I don't think they're stones. He's just never fit.
No. They've had a ton of injuries. They've had a transition from one generation to another, and they're going to finish third and win
The FA Cup.
friggin' trophy.
But the thing is, tell you what, they're getting rid of him, but KDB, De Bruyne, he has been saving them this
The
year.
last few games, towards the end, but he's been...
He scored a
But he's getting goals. Like, he's getting really important goals for them.
He's pissed off.
Yeah.
He's pissed off. He didn't offer a contract and he's bounced. And he's now...
Where does he end up?
Ooh.
Does he end?
Germany.
over here.
What?
He's been, what's the word? Ported by clubs over here. San Diego, Chicago,
No.
Villa 1, Fulham 0, Arst.
Hey, Villa won.
Rashford's gone.
That was a winner for me.
What, why, out or what? You won on that? Oh, shit.
Didn't tell us that, did he?
I did.
You did.
I just gave you that and the Rodgers.
No.
No,
They
Morgan
weren't
Rogers
parlayed.
anytime.
They weren't parlayed though. They were separate.
Yeah, they were separate bets. Morgan Rogers, 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked.
That's tough.
That's the
game.
tough one.
That's the game.
But you did go Villa, so we'll give you that one. Ev 2, Ipswich 2.
Yeah, it was bad. It's just two teams that have got zero to play for. Like, we were up. Yeah, we came out the gates all right. It's one of the games there's nothing to talk about. Ipswich were just messing around. It got a little bit feisty, which made it semi-interesting when Delap was fighting with O'Brien and Branthwaite. We've spoken before, he's great. Delap, he's
Would you sign him?
yeah, we can. He's not going to come near us, but I'd take him tomorrow.
Where does he go?
I think he's going to unfortunately go to a Chelsea or something like that and not get a game.
It'd be good to go to use. I think he'd do all right. Because it's another step. I mean, it sounds like a tool, but
What's
it's
it
probably
like
another
to
step
laugh?
stone. I'll try and laugh. I will laugh if I'm going to laugh.
New stadium.
Yeah, see? Come on.
I can see him. Where can I see him? Chelsea's the only one who comes to my head. He won't go to Tottenham. They don't need him. You won't touch him. I don't know. Maybe he goes into that Bournemouth kind of Brentford mould or something like that.
What's the point of that? Maybe go to Everton.
Football.
New stadium. 3 players you get rid of right now.
We get rid of.
Yeah, now.
We're not
Why is
resigning.
it Michael Keane?
Why is it Michael? I think he's a lovely human being. Michael Keane's a nice man, but my God, that man is horrendous at football. Horrendous. Decore, being a great servant, we've got to change the football, and he's not good with his feet, which is key ingredient to the game. So his contract's out. I let him go. Beto represents a different style of football that I hope we get away from.
Jack Harrison?
Jack Allison, I wouldn't be signed. I wouldn't sign Calvert-Lewin back.
No, it's
It's
racist.
10 years. He's done. He's got his glass knees. He's done. I want Alcaraz. I want him. I think that would be great to keep. I'd be open to selling Patterson if anyone wants him.
Is that a play? Did you look in the camera when you said that? If
Patterson.
anyone wants it, Facebook
2 years later, I'll drive you there. No, we need to shuffle some things around. But yeah, Patterson, Keane, Decore, Calvert-Lewin in a bit. Allison, Tyson. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Leicester 2, Southampton 0. Vardy scored and blew the whistle.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's about it, really.
Great
isn't it?
finish.
Yeah.
Left foot came across the box. Brilliant.
Good player.
Brilliant.
Be a Wrexham player next year.
Yeah.
Who knows? He'll get Brewsties if he goes there.
They'll sack Rude, right?
They have to, surely, right? In a champ. Unless they've seen something and they're just already on like preparation. Well, they're obviously on preparation
That
mode.
team
but
just
The way he looks on the side, he looks like he's out. Like he's
yeah, cashed out. Yeah, I think that team's just got nothing about like Vardy's going to go, and then you can look at Southampton and seeing a little bit of a spine. That's what's it? The ball had small bone. He's all right. Walker Peters, I think he's going to go. They've got Ramsdale in goal. You can see, all right, cool. You can kind of rebuild and do something. Ipswich and Leicester, I think all the big lads on big money are going to go. Their contracts are up. So yeah, I think they're just going to plummet here.
Yeah. Arsenal, this is a good one. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2.
Mad.
Last, he brought Semenyo on, he took a long throw and he scored straight away.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And then he scored again. Did you see the goal though? Did you see the second goal?
Yeah.
I thought it was offside.
Why?
Because when the flick on came in, he looked offside, but they couldn't. Apparently, the camera angles couldn't see it.
The angle's always.
And then the handball, his hands up here, and it looks like it's either hit him on the stomach or hit him on the arm and gone in. Not intentionally, but apparently, if anything hits your arm and goes in, it counts. But he couldn't see it because the post was in the way, the one side.
So the other side, so you can't work it out.
Inconclusive.
I've heard Bournemouth's
ages,
manager's pretty sought after.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Where's he gonna go? Spurs?
I hope not. I hope not Spurs, because it'd be a waste for him. I think he was back to Spain or something like that.
Yeah, that could be a shout out.
Yeah, I can't see him there, but yeah, we were chatting the other week that they might have to boil a little bit, and they heard me say that and reacted, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But
shows the reach that you've got. What you've got.
I don't want to flex, but yeah. So they were doing nothing, and then I thought it was because he was already out the door, and they're going to announce after the last game he signed for Valencia or something like that. But yeah, playing good football, he can go to a big place and do a job. I think.
Brighton 1, Newcastle 1. It's that last 89th minute penalty.
Does he stay?
They got to make Champions League for him to stay.
They're going to make Champions League.
You think so?
No?
I mean, it's going to be. We were talking about before with Chelsea. That's a big game. That's almost like a winner.
Chelsea will flop.
Winner locks it up.
Right, that's on camera now. I haven't said that, so when all these shithouse text messages start flying around, I haven't said that. I'm going to clip that and put it on.
Joe Linton's been out the last 2 games. They've looked a little off without him.
He's a monster.
That's a big
They haven't got a big squad. Who takes his place if he's out?
Joe Willock.
Exactly.
And
It starts well, but then it doesn't end.
Yeah, and then they Jacob Murphy's kind of come down to earth recently.
Yeah.
They have really just been going with Harvey Barnes, but once Gordon came on, that's when they were actually starting to get things moving.
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes was good the last few games.
I know. I think maybe play him on the right and play Gordon on the left. Get them both on.
Get rid of Murphy.
Not get rid of him, but give him a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
I think he's
Gordon's. I know you hate him to call him a rat, but he's quality. He's Gordon. Like he's got a lot in his locker.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Next one. West Ham 1, Tottenham 1. Next. Okay.
2-2.
Chelsea 3, Liverpool 1.
Yeah, just got you on a hangover. You look, they've got something to genuinely fight for.
Did you see the one? Like, it was a nightmare at the beginning. Chelsea scored the goal, Liverpool all over the show. Then
Palmer was amazing.
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
It almost
needed that. hadn't
It felt like he said he hadn't scored since January.
So I didn't know that until watching that game. I knew if he hasn't got not a target man, because Jackson's not a target man, but if he hasn't got that centerpiece, I think there's too much attention on him. But he looked against those.
He was
very
unbelievable in that
There was
game.
no one bench. Like you played a full strength squad, right? There was
No, it changed, but you've still got players in there. Alisson, Van Dijk still played.
Yeah.
Trent still played.
Yeah.
There was enough players there to. Salah still played.
Yeah.
The midfield was a bit.
I tell you who's crap. Nancy Nunez.
Oh.
See that head of it? You see the ball come to
All lad, and I've backed him on this as well. And you know what?
Everyone's backed him. So
I just can't.
Where does he go?
It's time to go.
Where's he go?
I reckon he'd be the big shout.
Imagine that one.
Nancy Vermeulen.
Jesus. All right, and then last one. Palace just finished. Palace 1, Forest 1. Forest had, we were saying that they were third. They were flat. I know. Flying. They're now 2 points. And there's 3 games left, and they're 2 points out of 5th. But I think a lot of it's going to come down to one of the games that we'll talk about in a bit. But
I'm texting little Joe, and I'm like, listen, you know, you've had.
Since he left the country.
They must have had that position, not 4th, but 3rd for what, 85% of the season?
Yeah.
And I was texting, I was like, listen, lads, you know, it's funny, isn't it, that you've been in that position. Last year we were neck and neck to stay up in the league, and we're going to finish in the same position, both just in the league. And he was like, we're going to finish in Europe. I'm like, if you're a Forest fan and you finish in the Intertoto European Chocolate Milk Cup or whatever it's called now, that's not going to feel good.
no, not from where you are. It's one of those ones where they go, well, if you told us at the beginning of the season, we'd have snapped your hand off.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no. You know what the worst thing about this is?
Stone.
A team that finishes potentially 15th or 16th in the Prem is going to get in the Champions League next year if they come through those semi-finals, United and Tottenham.
Oh my God.
And then Forest might have a chance then of getting into Europe because there'll be an extra European place.
Wow.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
Food
But
for
yeah,
thought.
South Forest.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Never mind. All right. We're at the time of the week. I know you've forgotten your book, but you do have your trusty phone. Has your book got May written on it? I was thinking about this driving home today.
Oh yeah.
Remember his book's got April written on it?
Yeah, we're in the May.
And now we're in May now. He's got a book that says
Oh, I
May.
didn't know that.
One, listen, just going to caveat this as well. If this was a horse racing podcast, we'd have been flying as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's hit the exacta of the Kentucky Derby
hit
at the
the Derby
weekend.
winner and the exacta. Yeah,
What's the exacta?
basically the top 2 horses to
basically
finish
just
1,
Did
2.
you?
Yeah.
Didn't get that text.
Oh, listen.
You better subscribe.
You know what? One thing I will say, like, there's people out there like, hey, can you put a bet in for me for the Derby? You're an adult. Make your own account. That's one thing I'm going to say. A little PSA to gamblers out there. It's very easy to.
Is that aimed at anyone in particular? Because it's saying
Don't text
Say a name.
20 minutes before the race saying, hey, can you put this in for me? No, I can't. You're an adult. Figure it out.
It was me.
can believe it.
Go ahead, what have you got?
Okay, so we've got 3.
Yeah.
So we're going to do another one of those parlays on both teams to score.
Okay.
Now, this was a tough week because there are so many shitty games out there. But I do think Ipswich and Brentford are going to both teams to score, parlayed with Bournemouth and Aston Villa, both teams to score.
Don't hate that.
Go on, when is
Both
it?
of those parlayed would be right around plus 140.
Okay.
So I feel good about that. Ipswich had 2 goals last week. They're at home. They've only got a few games left at home. They're going to want to give those fans a goal at least. And then I think, honestly, Bournemouth and I think Brentford in that game, what did they put
They've got
4?
something to play
They
for
put up
still.
4 against Man U last week.
Yeah.
So they're.
They've got lads that can score as well.
And then I think obviously Aston Villa, it's really important for them. This is a massive game for them. I think both teams will score there. I'm actually going for a winner. So I was trying to find my logic kind of similar last time I was here with Wolves. I still think that Tottenham, all they care about is Europa League right now.
Yeah.
So I've got Crystal Palace to win at Spurs plus 160. I think that Tottenham they don't care about anything in the world right now except for that Europa League.
Do you reckon the game in midweek?
That game's on Thursday.
They play on Thursday.
They play on Thursday, and then this is a Sunday morning game. That's a quick turnaround.
But if they lose, do you reckon that'll change anything?
I don't think
I just don't think they're. I don't like. I actually think Crystal Palace is a better team, and also Crystal Palace is going for their most points in Premier League history. They're at 46 right now. Their highest
still a little bit of spite.
Their highest total is 49, so they're trying to get to 50. So
they're playing for FA Cup final places.
yes. So I think there's going to be some momentum there for Crystal Palace. They looked actually really good today against Forest. They were the better team today. So I love that. That's plus 160. That's value.
Okay.
So
That's value. That's
all right, then my last one, I like a goal scorer. Now, I actually hit him this week. This guy has been on fire lately. He scored in 3 of the last 5.
Beto.
No, we were actually going to go with Jared Bowen against Man U. Plus 240 to score.
Anytime.
Anytime goal scorer.
That's spicy.
Man U, similar to Tottenham, I don't think they care about anything about the league. They gave up 4 to Brentford this weekend. They're letting in goals. Their defense is still pretty
Crap.
Yeah. And I think Bowen, he's been, like I say, scored 3 of the last 5. He's another guy, too, that I love him as a player.
Yeah.
I think he's a bulldog out there. He's going to get goals. He's another guy who takes penalties as well. So I told you get guys who take the pens that are around plus 250 to 300. There's value there. So Man U, they take some stupid penalties out there.
Would you judge me if I did the first bet and the last bet?
Parlay?
Yeah.
No, I'll do the same myself. But at least we talked about it beforehand, you know?
Yeah. Not 20 minutes before the game.
But I just think that Man U and Spurs, they don't care about the league out there. And you see it in their performances out there. And they're either going to be very happy and then they're going to be probably watching their rosters. That's a quick turnaround, Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be doing some roster management there.
Yeah.
And I just think that there's opportunities there.
Yeah.
I think Crystal Palace has looked great. And I think Crystal Palace, their next game after that won't be until the FA Cup final the weekend after. So they're going to have a week break in between. I think that's the thing is watching these teams that are playing during the week, you see it on the weekend. They don't look as good.
Yeah. When's the Europa final?
It's the Wednesday after the FA Cup final. So it's the 21st.
Okay.
Wednesday before Memorial Day weekend. Or the second half of Bank Holiday.
I'd love to see Crystal Palace beat City in there.
That would be amazing. But everyone would. Like you said, though, I don't think City going to win that. Finish third. All right, so from really thought out, calculated, probably winning predictions to absolute fucking twaddle predictions
Dog
and
shit, yeah.
dog shit on toast predictions that we're going
Yeah.
There is a small matter of you now 4-3.
Seen
You've
it?
pegged this back.
I have
The
seen
last time you were on, it was 4-1. It's now
You were
4-3.
planning outfits.
Do you believe in miracles?
You were texting
This is the biggest comeback since Istanbul.
You text your missus, don't worry about it, I've got it boxed.
I
And
know. And now you've got your eye on an Everton onesie or something like that for me. Yeah?
don't worry about it.
No. All right, okay.
just
Our
give
winner
this.
this week.
Extra soccer shout out. Make the team this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Kenner's. Nice one though.
Our winner this week was. Football was the winner this week. No, our OVO Vodka winner this week was.
Go on.
It wasn't Tom Wiley.
That's all I cared about.
It was Graham Page of all people.
that's not a good second. That's not a good
It
second.
wasn't Tom Wiley, but it was Graham Page.
Was it really?
And the problem is
Can we check it?
You're gonna have to. Yeah, I might have to double check it and triple check it, but you're gonna have to probably give him a bottle of vodka at
Met
this
this
point.
guy, Pagey.
He's a Chelsea fan. He's
He's the one who's probably been mad at you.
if under your skin, if getting under your skin was a person, it's him.
Yeah.
And he knows it as well, and he thrives on it. To be honest with you.
Congrats, Graham.
Nice one, guys. Good job. We'll get that over to you.
Sure.
It's, USPS again, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
having made it.
Can't be arsed, yeah.
All right, okay. Predictions this week: Wolves, Brighton.
Draw.
I went Wolves. Ipswich, Brentford.
Brentford.
I went draw on that one. Bournemouth, Villa. Villa as well there. Newcastle, Chelsea.
Newcastle.
I went Newcastle as well. Man United, West Ham.
West Ham.
Ooh, I went Man United.
Oh, it's on fire.
And then, all right, last one, Liverpool, Arsenal. It's at Anfield. I went Liverpool, I don't know why. How many goals? 6 games, how many goals? Okay, I'll go 19. Yeah.
You're playing more free, no one gives a shit for doing a thing.
Listen, I'm watching what's going on and seeing me things. Well, I am nervous now, yeah, I don't want to wear this onesie. Be a problem.
Not a onesie.
Fuck,
Have you seen Borat?
What is it, the Toffee Girl?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's not that.
Oh,
I can
no.
tell you right now, that's not
Oh, no.
I'm not wearing a blue mankini. No chance. We're looking for I'm going to win then, aren't I?
TNCs.
Jesus Christ, right. That's
Cheers,
us.
boys.
Cheers.
Cheers, lads.
Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go, Nick.